the Newton Baby mattress is going to be one of your higher end premium splurge options when buying or registering for baby gear. Now, I will say that they were kind enough to send me a mattress, but I've been hyping these guys up for years now. So when it comes to crib mattresses, there's Newton Baby, Moonlight Slumber, and then there's everything else. And this is where our family. In this video, I want to break down what exactly it is and whether or not it's for you. It's a popular newborn registry item, but it is pricey at $299 for their original model. Now, I do have a code for you to use to save some cash, so keep watching. But what are some reasons that you would go with Newton over cheaper options like Serta or Graco, or maybe even spending up a little bit to get the Baby Little Pure Core? Like Newton, I mean, they all pass ASTM standards. They've been great. We've used them. Our kids have been fine, but let's go ahead and start with the mattress itself and see how it's different from the others. So the real magic behind Newton is their proprietary woven air core. Basically, it's made up of individually spun threads pressed together to form a solid block of polymer. The brand actually says it's 90% air, and at first glance, it kind of does look like that Pokemon Tangela. It doesn't look like it can support much, but I will say it's definitely firm and doesn't have much give. And the single most important thing that you are looking for in a baby mattress is firmness, because you want that proper spine support and development. You don't want any sinking or sagging, and Newton definitely holds up strong. Now, I think the thing that parents will most like about this is how easy it is to clean. It's probably the thing that sets it apart the most from other mattresses. If it gets soiled in any way, the core can be washed in a tub or hosed down and then air dried. And also the cover that comes over the core is machine washable for easy cleaning as well, and that can be zipped on or off. Now, on that note, let's actually talk about the cover for a sec. It's made from 100% polyester, and because the cover is soft and washable, you actually don't need a bed sheet or any sort of waterproofing on top. In fact, it's actually recommended that you don't use any of those things to limit any sort of breathability issues for the cover of the mattress. But if you do need some sort of bed sheet, you're really wanting something like that, it's best to go with a breathable fabric, something like a muslin cotton. That's usually the best way to go. Also, for a little more cash, Newton does offer a waterproof version that still maintains breathability. And if that's something that you are concerned with, have a look at that on their site. That's there for you. By the way, thus far, you've been seeing the original mattress with the double layer cover. There are different sizes, colors, and options out there for you to check out. I'll have that link below so that you can just go ahead and do your own digging. If you do end up going with a Newton, you can actually use the code DADVERB50 to get $50 off of your next order through the end of the year. So you're welcome. No pressure though. If you can't make that budget stretch, I've got other great options for you to check out down there as well. Moving on, there's a little label on the packaging that says it's Green Guard Gold certified. What exactly does that mean? Well, again, the core is a block of polymer. There's no foam, no latex, it's hypoallergenic, and it's free of off-gassing, meaning the release of airborne particles and chemicals, also known as VOCs, volatile organic compounds. Now, to some, that may mean absolutely nothing. Organic is just marketing lingo at this point, and most off-gassing associated with mattress materials hasn't really been proven to be super harmful, but it has been linked to irritation for people with chemical sensitivities and respiratory conditions like asthma. So there's gonna be value to the clean materials being used in Newton. And even if it's not of major value to you, it is cool to know that you are gonna be truly in a sleep-saving environment. Sleep-saving environment. Safe sleeping environment. Oh, I just ruined that take. Moving on, let's head on one of Newton's other big features, and that's breathability. As you may have seen from influencers and ads, people mash their faces into the mattress and breathe. I've done it myself. It's true. You can absolutely breathe right through it. It's a really cool thing. The thinking behind this is if a baby to roll over and face down, as many do, they could breathe through the mattress and reduce the risk of suffocation. Now, notice how I said suffocation, not SIDS. One thing that I often see associated with Newton is the prevention of SIDS, which is very much incorrect. Their main goal is to mitigate the risks of suffocation, not SIDS. So keep that in mind. Anyway, in doing more research for this, I went through a lot of forums and groups, and one common thing that I've heard are parents trying to debunk what Newton is, saying that breathable isn't a thing, and it's like a false sense of security, and it's predatory advertising. But what I'll say is, if a baby were to face directly into the mattress, yeah, they could breathe right through it. I mean, the same could not be achieved with other existing mattresses that are out there or ones that we currently own. So yeah, I would say suffocation risks are presumably reduced as the brand claims. Just to test that, I pushed air through it, and I mean, there's no doubt that there is increased airflow with Newton. Now, the main thing you're probably considering is whether or not suffocation is actually a big risk that you should be anxious about, and if Newton is the only way to solve that. And for me, I don't think so. It shouldn't be much of a concern as long as you're practicing safe sleep. But I think if you can afford it, the Newton is absolutely a helpful tool to aid in safe sleep, but it shouldn't be the only thing that you're doing. I want to take a moment to plug one key message here though. I review a lot of baby products, especially when it comes to sleep, monitors like Nanit and Owlet, this mattress. And the one thing to keep in mind though is that it's not about the product. It's about our behaviors as parents and using safe sleep practices. That's the main priority here. Stick to the ABC method, which is alone, on my back, and in a crib. You can read more about that down in the description below. I've got a link there for you. That's a really good resource for you to read into. But I think practicing that is more important than whatever mattress and monitors that you buy. So all that leads me here. Should you buy a Newton mattress? And I would argue yes, mostly because a mattress is the single most used piece of baby gear that you'll buy, and I personally think it's a good place to splurge and invest. And also, every parent that I know that has bought the Newton, they've absolutely loved it. They do not regret that buying decision whatsoever. So there's my Newton plug. Should you feel guilty if you can't afford the Newton or you just can't make your budget stretch? No, I'm not gonna say that. You shouldn't feel guilty whatsoever. Buy what's reasonable for your budget. Keep in mind though, to avoid memory foam curved mattresses, they're not technically safe. You can read more about that. But whatever decision you make, I've got links down below to help you make a good buying decision that's reasonable for your budget. Buying through those links, by the way, helps support this channel. It's at no additional cost to you. But if you do end up going with a Newton, remember to use the code DADVERB50 for $50 off of your order. That's all I've got for you guys. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button down there. It looks like a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. It helps me get found by more new parents like you. And for more videos for new parents, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video and come back for the next. God bless. Later.